The Grammy Awards now, where celebrities have just lined up to whack Donald Trump for sending immigration agents, ICE agents, to deport illegal immigrants.
Before I say thanks to God, I'm gonna say ICE out.
And naturally, a lone dissenter, a lone star who last week backed Donald Trump, Nicki Minaj, in her own time, not at an awards ceremony. She was singled out for mockery. There's a bit of group hate by the host, Trevor Noah. It's the kind of thing you tend to see when mean girls pick on a loner.
Nicki Minaj is not here. She is not here. She is still at the White House with Donald Trump discussing very important issues.
Pack bullying, really. By the way, Trump watched that routine by Noah and is now threatening to sue him for claiming falsely that Trump went to the island of pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Wonderful. That should be spectacular news. But what was really rich in this ceremony were the celebrities cheering singer Billie Eilish for mouthing a ludicrous slogan you hear here as well.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
No one is illegal on stolen lands. There's a star with lots of security guards to chase, patrol their own boundaries, and who demands, this is in fact a demand for the end of America. If a country has no borders, it is no country. So, yes, goodbye America. Joining me are Leisa Goddard, former foreign correspondent and founder of Adoni Media, and Michael Danby, former federal Labor politician and chairman of the Joint Standing Committee on Foreign Affairs, Defence and Trade. Leisa, that political tirade, why are music and film stars almost uniformly of the left and feel so entitled to preach their politics at fans who probably don't largely share their opinions and weren't there for the politics, but for the music or the film?
Yeah, Andrew, look, thankfully this year we weren't lectured about climate change or equal pay. There was no #MeToo. So it was all about immigration and about ICE. But you're right. They should have no right to stand up there on that stage and politicise it. They're there because they are making a fortune as singers. So get up there, thank your mum, thank your dad, thank God, and then move on. We don't need to be lectured to, because what happens is 15 million plus people would have seen the Grammys broadcast around the world. Then it goes on to social media. All that rhetoric does is then reinforce this hatred, the hatred of America, the hatred of our own countries. And look, if you talk about the, stolen land comment, so that means that you don't respect or don't have any acknowledgement of the laws, property law including. So if she goes home tonight and somebody moves into her house, what is she going to do? Take a trophy and move on. She has no right because, hey, she's on stolen land.
That's so true. But, Michael, it's interesting, this self-hatred about stolen land and, can't patrol our own borders and all. It's similar to the nonsense spread by our Race Discrimination Commissioner who was bagging Australia Day. Here he is.
I feel very conflicted when I think about January 26 because I think, what are we celebrating? We're all on stolen land.
What is going on here? Where is this self-hatred coming from, Michael?
Well, how is it possible that a person employed by federal administration on taxpayers' expense says he feels conflicted about Australia? Look, there's a very serious phenomenon you've identified, Andrew, here. It's the same people who are smashing up all of our historical statues, from the Bush to Captain Cook here in St Kilda. It's the artists who are siding with the woke in Adelaide or in Sydney. These people are a minority. Most Australians and most Americans love their countries, and I think that they should take the advice of Ricky Gervais and just shut up.
I think so too. And it's not just here, not just in Anglo countries we're seeing this self-hatred, Leisa. Here is Irene Montero, Spain's former Minister of Equality and leader of the Podemos party, saying Spain needs more African immigrants to sweep away racist Spaniards. Here she is.
Por supuesto, ojalá, teoría del reemplazo, ojalá podamos barrer de fachas y de racistas este país con gente migrante.
Where does it come from? Really, I can't understand it. Does this woman really believe that Africans, from the Muslim north of the continent, they'll come in and they won't be racist and they won't be violent and they won't be all these terrible things that she accuses her own countrymen of being?
It's quite astounding. I watched that and I could not believe the words were coming out of her mouth. So basically she's saying demographically just cleanse it and put everybody in there that's going to support her side of politics and her view of the world. It's just an outrageous view. But if you look at what's happening and what's said in protests in this country, like we hate Australia, they want the mass immigration, you have to worry that there's not too much of a stretch between what's being said in Spain and what will eventually flow through to countries like Australia.
Is this loathing of the West? And it comes through again and again. Michael, meanwhile, talking about a war in the West, Iran's Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, has warned, he's emerged from hiding from a possible American attack. He's warned Trump not to attack Iran, as he's threatened to, with US warships perched off Iran's coast, threatened to do exactly that. Here he is.
جنگی را بندازن این جنگ منطقه‌ای خواهد.
Donald Trump has shrugged off that threat of wider war. Here he is.
Why wouldn't he say that? Of course he would say that, but we have the biggest, most powerful ships in the world over there, very close, a couple of days, and hopefully we'll make a deal. If we don't make a deal, then we'll find out whether or not he was right.
Michael Danby, what is going to happen? Should people be scared of a wider war if America attacks Iran, as it looks very likely?
Well, the end of the Shiite fanatic regime would be a godsend for the whole world. Imagine sitting in a city somewhere in Ukraine and having Iranian Shahid drones arrive every night to kill women and children indiscriminately. Imagine being in Saudi Arabia or in UAE, where the Iranians are threatening to send their missiles and have sent them before. I think it would be a big mistake if the president doesn't act. He'd look like Obama when he promised to act against the Syrians when they gassed their own people and killed 1,500 of their own people. Remember that red line that he never acted on? It's the danger of not acting is as big as the danger of acting. Hopefully it's a decapitation strike that removes the Iranian Revolutionary Guard and Basij. They're the street thugs' leadership. But I don't think there'll be boots on the ground. I think the Iranians are full of bombast and rhetoric. And after Israel and the United States destroyed their air defences in the 12-day war previously, it's a lot of talk. The big danger is they'll lash out with ballistic missiles and try and blow up Israeli cities and Saudi cities and the American airbase in Qatar.
Leisa, Goddard, Michael Danby, thank you very much to you both.